Hey guys, welcome to Big Joe Malia's World. What are we cooking today, honey?
Lasagna.
Okay, this is a very simple recipe for lasagna, and it has just a very few ingredients. And also, it does not include ricotta cheese. And the reason it doesn't is because nobody in my family likes it. So this is just my take on lasagna. This is also one of my mother-in-law's favorite recipes, and actually I'm here at her house today cooking it for everybody. Alright, so the first thing you're going to do, you're going to preheat your oven to about 400 degrees. Then you're going to take ground beef as much as you want. It doesn't matter because it just depends on how big a lasagna you're going to make. So put that in your pan, and then you're going to take Italian seasoning. And you're going to put this liberally onto the meat. And then you're going to do the same with garlic powder. Not garlic salt, but garlic powder. And you're going to put that heavily onto the meat. Then you're going to take just a little bit of salt and a little bit of pepper, and then you're going to brown the meat. Okay, after you get your ground beef browned and drained, you're going to want to add 2 jars or 2 cans of spaghetti sauce, any kind you like. And actually, since you've seasoned your meat so good, it really doesn't have to have, it can be just traditional sauce without a lot of flavor in it, or you can get something like I've got, garlic and herb. Either way. So then you want to make this a little bit runnier than you normally would think. So you want to add about half a jar of water, or half a can of water. Now there's a reason we're going to make this a little runnier. And that reason is because we're not going to cook the lasagna noodles before we put them in the oven. Okay, you want to take your cooking pan. I'm using a pretty good sized pan today because there's a lot of us going to eat this lasagna today. So, spray it with cooking spray, and the first thing you want to do is take a ladle, and you want to put just a couple of scoops of this in the pan, and you just want to spread it out. It might take more than 2, but because this is a pretty good sized pan, and you don't really even have to put a lot in there. Just enough to barely coat the bottom. Okay. Now, you want to take your lasagna noodles without cooking them. You want to take them and you want to put those right on the sauce. Right beside each other. You don't overlap them because it'll hinder their cooking. You just want to put them on the bottom just like that. Now, next thing you want to do is just, let me scoot this a little bit closer so we don't drip it everywhere. Take more of the sauce and the meat sauce. And you want to coat this layer, coat this layer pretty good. And the reason you want to is because we got to make sure enough of the liquid gets on the noodles, because we're not cooking the noodles before we put them in the oven. Alright, one more should do it. Okay. Now, this is the step that if you wanted to use ricotta cheese, this is the step where you put them. But like I said previously, my family doesn't like ricotta cheese, so I don't use it. So we're just going to take mozzarella, and you want to cover this layer with mozzarella cheese, a bunch of it. Just make it as even as possible. Spread it out with your hands. All right. Then you want to repeat this process until your pan is full. Okay, here's what it looks like when the pan's full, and you do want to end your layering with a layer of cheese, okay? So, and the pan's really heavy. There's a lot in here. So the final step before you put it in the oven, you want to cover it with aluminum foil. You don't have to cover it tightly, but you do want to cover it up pretty good. Alright, then you're going to put this in a preheated 400-degree oven for an hour. Alright guys, this is what the lasagna looks like when it comes out of the oven. So we'll let it cool for just a few minutes and we'll let Big Joe do the taste test. Alright guys, we have a special guest with us today going to help Big Joe do the taste test. It is his mom, Nana Joyce. So what are we going to do, Ian?
Moment of truth.
Moment of truth. Alright guys, let's see. What you think about the lasagna?
Good.
Well, Mama's already giving it a thumbs up. What about you, Big Joe?
Delicious. I give it a
What Big Joe said.
That's right. Alright guys, that's it for the lasagna recipe. If you try this recipe, please let us know in the comments how you like it. We like to know how you love all our recipes. And as always guys, thank you for allowing a little bit of Big Joe and Malia's world into your world. See you soon guys.
Bye guys.
Bye.
Don't forget to subscribe to Big Joe and Malia's World.